It's the best of Shut 'Em Down Radio. This is Dirty Salo.
Cool, Mega.
Did numerous interviews.
What's going on, bro?
Check us out.
How you doing, man? How you been?
Shut 'Em Down Radio on
good,
Instagram.
Man.
Also check us out on
that's
YouTube.
what I'm talking about. That Fast Living track
We've
is
been
hard,
doing
bro.
this for years. Shout out
Thank
to
you.
all the artists, all the entrepreneurs.
You already know.
Everybody
Now, where we left off before was Mega Philosophy.
Let's go. Yeah.
That was tight too. You always come with the bars and the delivery. So, what are you working on right now?
The follow-up, the sequel to The Realness. The anniversary for The Realness is in July. So this year will be 19, but next year is the real anniversary for the 20 years.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So listen, you always known for bars, delivery. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of new songs. You got a new song with Sheek Luke, City of God. You got a song with Havoc. So the production is on point. The bars is on point. Are we getting the album, or you just dropping the singles right now?
The EP is out right now. The EP is called Mega. It's out right now. It's available. Or you can go to callmega.bandcamp.com.
Now, this track with Sheek Luke, how did that come about?
I mean, it's just something that I wanted. You know, I got a respect for the Locks and for their movement, and you know, we make street music, so me and Sheek got together and we made it happen.
Definitely. Now, also, I know you was working with Dark Low too. I seen you on, I seen you on Instagram. You know what I mean? Did you ever do a track together? Yeah, that's my G-Free Dark Low. Yeah, we back with Lady Luck. Lady Luck.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up? Now, let's start this over. Now, Lady Luck, with this COVID-19 situation, you know, how do you feel about the situation with what's going on in the world today?
Just to reiterate it, I was just saying that you know, I think that it's definitely a situation where we need to humble ourselves. I definitely think that we need to get closer to God. It might be a message from him. Might be something that he's telling us, you know. I think we all out here, we're just living frivolously, you know. Just like I was over here, you know, just on my timeline, and I'm tired of seeing so many people twerk. I'm tired of so many people do, you know what I mean? It's like, when are we going to grow as a person?
I agree with you fully. Now, how did it feel growing up in New Jersey, and where did you get your start in the rap game?
Well, I love Jersey. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'm biased.
Shout out to Jersey.
You know, it's where I'm from. Yeah, but me, I love Jersey. I got started in the rap business. I mean, I rap. I went everywhere rapping. You know what I mean? My family's the Sugar Hill Gang, but I never got a deal or nothing like that from them. It's just been, you know, me constantly grinding on myself by myself. And I rapped on the radio. And when they heard that, different record labels called in. And yeah, we got, you know, different labels trying to offer deals, and we went with Def Jam.
Right. Now, you always had bars, and you've been battle tested, you know what I mean? Now, how do you feel about the rap game today, and how do you feel about battle rap?
The rap game is definitely different now. It's definitely changed. I don't recognize it anymore. To be honest, not even hating.
Okay.
I'm not even hating. Just
Why you say that though?
I don't recognize it because at one point in time, like, you know, you had whatever you were looking for. You know, it was like rap was a good drug dealer. You know, so if you wanted, like some music that you was just playing right there. You had Mobb Deep, you had Wu-Tang, but if you wanted.
Yeah, we live. Let's get it, Rick. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go. Shut 'Em Down Radio. We got Trader Truth and my song, the NY General, on the line. Gentlemen, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm here.
Yes. Word. So you know what? I didn't even know where to begin with this interview because both of you have very deep and impeccable backgrounds. We got musicians, we got fathers, we got activists, we got authors, we got humanitarians. First thing I want to do is get into the music and the new project that you guys have out right now. And I want to find out how you guys came together on this project and then what it means for you.
Well, you know, thanks for having us, first of all. Me and Trey, you know, we known each other for years, man. Always mutual respect, just in the hip hop culture, you know. But we got together recently, you know, around the time of George Floyd, because we were both out there protesting. You know, Trey has a lot of connections to the family of George Floyd, and my organization, Also Freedom, was out there protesting and standing with the people of Minneapolis, and we met up, and from there on, man, we became just inseparable. He's been with us everywhere. Just, you know, when we've been supporting him in Houston, he's been supporting us all over. Just going around, just trying to, you know, fight for civil rights, fight against police brutality and justice. He actually got incarcerated a few times in Kentucky fighting for Breonna Taylor. So, you know, we just bonded in that manner. And just since we were both artists who are on the front line and who are like-minded and who have pretty much the same moral compass when it comes to this work, you know, while we were out there, we decided that what better way to document what it is that we've been going through than to put together a music product. You know, since us both being musicians, we said, you know what, this is how we want to document. I remember sitting in the cell and one of my colleagues and brothers, Stephen Green, was talking about the letter from Birmingham jail that Dr. King wrote. And he was like, you know, I should write something like that from Kentucky.
10, you on the line. Let's get it.
This Go the Fresh Kid.
Yo, what up, Finn? Go the Fresh Kid. What's good, Finn? I'm chilling, man. Yo, we rocking out right now, man. We in Crenshaw right now. Queens to Crenshaw, New York, Crenshaw. What's poppin'? Yes,
what's
sir.
The word, though? What we doing, man? What we talking about? Come on, man. What's up? What's the word?
Man, we getting into this Keys, man. Keys is phenomenal, man. Now, did you work with in-house producers or you outsourced to other producers?
So, to answer your question, I got a few in-house producers that I fuck with, but I'm always getting approached by new producers. I'm always willing to work with new producers if they know that sound and if they have that sound. You know what I'm saying? So, to answer your question, yeah, it's a mixture of both. I met new producers on this project. I got a lot of in-house producers. One of my main producers that I've been fucking with for a while is my guy Val. He's from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? He kind of know he know my sound real good. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answered the question right there.
Yeah, definitely it did.
Pop still lives in Chicago, so I always, you know, visit, you know, my family and whatnot, and going back and forth. So I was raised in the district, you know. I went to elementary out in L.A., you know what I mean, junior high school, and all that shit. So, I mean, you know, you know, the Midwest back east is in my soul already, but I don't really have a lot of stories about, you know, being back there until I got older, when I was able to, understand stuff and, you know, and was able to jump off the porch, you know what I mean? So.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Now, I could tell with your music, I could tell, like, you really study the game, you know what I mean? With your metaphors, your simile, you know? And also, with the instrumentals, man, I mean, like, you could rock out on anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I went through your whole discography. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're versatile on these beats. Real talk, you know what I mean? Some slick, facts. Welcome, man. Like, slick talk, all of that, you know what I mean? Putting it together, you know what I mean? You know, I had to run stuff back a little bit, like, to catch something, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I got a good ear for the music, but, you know, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, with this Keys project, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen you was in New York, you know what I'm saying? And taking care of business and stuff like that. So could you elaborate on how the process went?
Absolutely. New York is my second home. Shout out to NY. You feel me? That's my second home. The birthplace of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I fuck with my niggas in Harlem, East Harlem.
Yeah, this is Shut 'Em Down Radio. We got an L interview with Jordan Pauline. We got a caller. You online. What's going on?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, Jordan, when did you get your start in music?
I've gotten my start. My mom is a manager, so I've been in it my whole life. I really knew I wanted to do it when I was 4. I started doing it seriously when I was 10 by writing for like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and stuff. And then about 2.5 years ago, I started to pursue it seriously as an artist. So I've been in it. Yeah, I've been in it. Literally my whole life.
What's up. Right. Now, I see you come from Guyana. So do you throw Caribbean flair into your music?
Slang?
I said, since you're from Guyana, do you throw any Caribbean music into your music?
Oh yeah, Spiral is probably one of my first rhythmic island Caribbean songs I've dropped. I have
Okay.
so much in my catalog for what I'm gonna drop later on
Yeah, I
and with
see.
my EP and stuff. But yeah, no, Guyana's my top priority. I was thinking cause I grew up most of my life in LA. Like I came here when I was 6, so
Okay.
I was I grew up in South Central, so I got really Americanized. And I'm like, yo, I
Right.
have a whole culture to cater to. Like, I'm literally from Guyana. Like, I have so
That's
much
the truth.
that I want to put my people on and, show love for my people. Like, you really can't forget where you come from. So, yeah, I'm going to, for sure, Guyana's getting taken care of for sure. I got some things.
Yeah. Yeah,
Islanders.
so many politics going on with Guyana and all the Caribbean areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
man,
so I seen.
Put that
Right.
bag in here. That's an investment place for sure.
Yeah,
For
facts.
sure.
Now, you've been in a lot of TV shows. Ant Farm, Shake Up, Disney Channel, Love and Hip Hop, American Top.
Karen White on the line.
What's up?
How are you?
Man? What it do? How y'all doing tonight?
We good. We so excited. We got this interview is going to be an awesome interview.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited to be here along with my hot artist, Akbar the Great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Man, it's a pleasure. I appreciate the invitation, man. Y'all guys allow me to come on here and just chop it up with you guys, man. Yeah.
We have Miss Karen White on the line as well as Akbar the Great. Everybody, most people, probably everybody knows who Karen White is. She has a number of hits that have come across the music scene for a very long time, so her experience is well noted. We also have Akbar the Great, which is signed under Karen's label. And let's get into it. Let's find out how you guys connected and what the vibe was that brought you two together.
Wow. Well, first of all, Corona, right? It was, a sad time, but also an amazing time as well for me. I was able to have some time to really reflect and really was looking. I'm a serial entrepreneur, you guys. Most people don't know. People go, "What happened to Karen White?" Like I left the entertainment industry, and I believe it was like '99, and so I hadn't been back in the business until 2011. So I had some time, like I said, being a serial entrepreneur, I was looking.
Yo, this is Julian Booth, Love and Hip Hop, CEO of Fast Life Entertainment in the Village Film Studio and Recording Studio, the Village Film and Studio and Events. Now, Julian, how did you get your start in the music industry?
Hey, this is your man Julian Booth, aka Juke Boy, as the streets call me, representing Fast Life Entertainment till I die. The question was, how did I start as a manager? I was an A&R rep, and I was the vice president of Luke Records and Slip and Slide Records for a few years. As I was at Slip and Slide, we started noticing that we handled a lot of the managers' jobs, and I worked with a lot of managers dealing with the artists. When I decided to leave Slip and Slide, I started my own management company, knowing that I had the skills to take an artist from the beginning and taking them to the top. Working with Luke also was a great experience, taking artists from the beginning and creating a sound and creating marketing plans for them and being able to guide them to stardom. As far as the tunnel, I'm always somebody who's looking for new artists. My passion is breaking artists. I love working with new artists. I love giving artists opportunities, even if I can't help them all the way. I know how hard it is for artists to get help because in the beginning, no one really believes in you. So I always feel like let me try to help guide you and or help you get to the next step in your career. So the tunnel is a way for me to discover new artists and also just to give the artist an opportunity to come and rock a huge stage in front of hundreds of people, giving them more confidence, learning how to work the stage. And also, I bring down my A&R and executive friends to watch them because you never know. You know, one of my good friends is Young Money, who is the A&R for Rolling Loud, and he's the one who picks the new artists for Rolling Loud. So someone like himself could see you, and next year you could be on Rolling Loud. So those are the opportunities I like to bring for the tunnel. And as soon as this virus stuff is over, we'll be back open for a huge tunnel festival that we're gonna have. We're gonna have 2 and 3 stages at my venue and really have an incredible event. My hand sanitizer, man, Easy hand sanitizer. If you need hand sanitizer, I have a distillery in Miami where we're cranking these.
Yeah, this is Shut 'em Down Radio with Dirty Silo. We got a caller, 313, Yo-Yo in the building, legendary Yo-Yo. Let's get it.
It's the West Coast diva host, follow the leader, catch me on the billboard, moving like a heat seeker. It's yo. Act like you know. They couldn't do it now. I'm back up in the studio with gangsters.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Yo-Yo, legendary Yo-Yo. How you doing tonight?
Wait, y'all got me going up. I'm like, 8 minutes. How dope was that song?
Yo-Yo, how did you get your name, Yo-Yo?
Because you can't play me out. No, I got it. My name is Yolanda.
I'm talking about. So, when did you get your start in the rap game?
Ever since I stepped on the mic, I've been murdering niggas for life. No, only joking. I'm only joking. I started when I was in high school. I'm junior high school. I got my fame when Ice Cube left NWA, but I started MCing and being a part of the hip hop community when it was a battle, and I grew up in a community that was about hip hop, and I was one of the few females that fell in love with hip hop. Wasn't afraid to battle men, posses, crews, you name it. I can hear you now.
All right, sorry, Yo-Yo. All right, let me repeat the question. So, in America's Most Wanted, how did you and Ice Cube meet and start doing music?
Ice Cube and I met when he was leaving NWA. A friend of Ice Cube's, who was T-Bone. T-Bone and I went to school together. Terry and I went to school together. He was Ice Cube's friend, and he told Ice Cube about me. And Cube wanted to meet me. And, of course, I was ecstatic. I was over the hills about meeting Ice Cube because everyone in Los Angeles, Compton, Inglewood, Watts, all the parts of Southern California was in love with NWA, and they knew the power of Ice Cube. So the fact that he even wanted to meet me, everybody was like, oh, Ice Cube wants to meet you.
Right.
And he met me. And, sure.
Rampage. Yo, what up, family? How you doing?
What's the word, man, my dude?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Thanks for calling in.
Nah, it's all good. You already know. We gotta keep it definitely moving.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Facts. Now, Rampage, you got extensive history with rap. Now, how did you get your start?
For those that don't know how I got my start in 92, rocking in the game with my first cousin, which is Busta Rhymes. And I've been on ever since.
Definitely. Now, you got a lot of hits, you know what I mean? Now, talk to the people as far as dropping albums and, your studio process and the regimen that you follow.
Well, my studio process is I don't write nothing down. Everything is off top of the head.
Right?
So
Real
my
talk.
process, I get it from Biggie and Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's, I come from the era of Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Being in Cat Session and understanding how serious it is when it comes to the game and being at the right place at the right time and just learning them type of skills, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, I haven't wrote a rhyme in a very long time, like physically wrote
that's real right
down.
there.
That's when you know yourself. That's when you master, when you know yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, my process is different, man. I hear everything that nobody else hears. You can put a beat on and everybody in there barsing out on paper, but I don't need no paper. Just let me know where I need to go. You know what I mean? I'll hear the record a couple times and then verses is popping. The bars is popping. That's my process.
Right. Oh, that's what's up. Now, doing stuff with Busta, Flip Mode Squad, legendary group, shout out to Busta. You laid down the groundwork. Now, back in the days was different opposed to now, as far as the independent game and getting signed. So, in these present times right now, how do you feel about the rap game in general opposed to when you first came out and to this present day?
No, I think it's just a sport, my dude. It's like it's just weird. You know what I mean? And we living in weird times. We living in drastic times right now.
Facts.
From being in the if you wasn't rocking in '92 and '91 and in the early '90s, just still relevant right now. You know what I'm saying? So those are if you wasn't coming from that part of hip hop, you was not remembered. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't have a hit record at them times, along them times, you're not considered.
Right.
Yeah. I like the Alcoholics. I like even the Boys Up North. I love E40. I like Mike Dre. It's a list that goes on and on when you talk about the West Coast.
Real talk. Now, what's your studio regimen? As far as you like in-house producers or you outsource to other producers?
Oh, shit, man. Whatever I feel, bro. No lie.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can send me a track. I don't care who it's from. And if I'm feeling it, we gonna do it. I got productions from all types. I got productions from DJ Battle Cat. I got productions from DJ Cannon all the way to Eric Sermon. And, I still, if I hear a beat from somebody that's a no name or whatever, and I'm feeling that beat, I'm doing that one.
Facts. Now, coming up through the ranks, as far as rap music, do you like battle rap music? Or how do you feel about the battle rap thing?
I love it. That's a real art form right there that has advanced. Because you got to think, when rap started, it was about who was being the best MC.
Real talk.
So that was a battle. That was going to different blocks. See, y'all in New York, so the Barrows and all that. Y'all went to different Barrows rapping against each other. My boy Keith Murray and Redman used to take through the what was it called? The Legion of Doom, and the rapping against niggas and shit like that. So I love it.
Definitely. So you definitely come with the bars and how you structure your songs. Like I'm definitely feeling your project Every Day in the Hood. Could you tell me how that came about? As far as constructing the project?
I was coming home getting to work because I was in prison for 11 and a half years. So when I got home, I just jumped into the booth and got to work. Got a few pieces from my bros like G.I. Joe, Jay Stone. Got a few tracks from Michael Cash and Snoop that came to see me. And so I kicked it off and started going from there. I started doing shows. I opened up for 2 Chainz. I ended up doing a song with the Dog Pound, which led me to open up with them. So I've been on tour with them.
Real talk. Now I see your stage performance rocking large crowds. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. Now, coming for the rap community in general, where do you feel where you play your part at?
I play a part in all of it, bro, because I'm at an age where I can mentor the young, but I still can learn from the old. So I try to be involved with all of it.
Definitely. And we're going to get into your track right here. We're going to get into this track, Runaway. I'm definitely feeling this track right here. Let's get it.
Wow. Hey, to tell you a real true story. I recorded that in prison, bro.
Real talk?
Yeah,
Wow.
a CO brought in the Mac board on the late night, and we recorded that song in prison, bro. So that song is real and it's real authentic. And it was produced by my boy, the Twin, Second Avenue. So I want to give him a shout out too, because he's big writers right now. And so people were sending me tracks in prison.
Right.
Yeah, I recorded in prison, bro.
Now, definitely, like, since you talked about, your prison experience, do you incorporate that in your music? All the ordeals, and how did you triumph through them ordeals? Because a lot of people.
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be online with you tonight.
Appreciate it mutually. Now, Twix, how did you start your career as far as entertainment, and what gave you the drive to do it?
I started because I had a friend that was an indie artist, and I seen how hard he was working. Entertainment has always been a part of what I did from right out of high school. I was helping promote different comedians, their shows, things like that. And it was something that I enjoyed, but I started my career in social work for convalescent hospitals. But as I was doing that, I ran into someone, thank you, that really piqued my interest and kind of rerouted me back into the entertainment industry just because I seen how hard he was working as an independent artist, and I wanted to do whatever I could to make sure people knew about him.
Right.
So that's pretty much how I got started.
Okay. So how many artists did you work with for, your journey with your show? Because I know you have a live show. So speak on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've worked with hundreds of indie artists, and I'm very proud to say that. On my quest to make sure that this particular artist was getting the shine that I thought he deserved, I ran into a DJ, which is now my business partner. His name is DJ Booyah out of Los Angeles, California. And I wanted to put on live shows, again, wanting to bring light for anyone who was trying to do their best to get their artistry out there. So I would go and get contracts with different venues, different clubs in the area. This is in Los Angeles at the time, and was able to lock in a really exclusive club in Hollywood, and I was excited about that. And I was that was called The Steady.
Okay.
That was The Steady, and we were able to get a lot of artists that maybe would have never been able to perform in the Hollywood area the opportunity to do so and showcase their talent. So once the pandemic hit, it threw a curveball and everything. Of course, I need people to be gathering together, and that was just the exact opposite of what the pandemic allowed us to do. So I had to find another way.
Let's Shut 'Em Down Radio, Dirty Fallow. We got an interview with Tasha Scott, actress, artist, going in tonight. We got a caller. Tasha, you online with Shut 'Em Down Radio?
What's up, Shut 'Em Down Radio?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing great. Now, Tasha, I see you got an extensive history with being an actress. Got a lot of accolades. So speak to the people where you come from and currently where you're at right now, and currently what roles have you played?
Okay. So I'm just a little Southern girl from Louisville, Kentucky. I moved. So I'm Southern. I moved out to. I started in Kentucky. I went professional in Kentucky at the age of 5, and I got so big in Louisville, Kentucky, that I had big to Los Angeles, California. It was either New York or Los Angeles, so I chose Los Angeles, California, and I came here to go pave streets out here in Los Angeles, and to become a recording artist and all that good old thing. Back in the day when I used to watch Solid Gold.
Damn radio.
The infamous Robert Stewart, a.k.a. Chef Stu, all the way from Baltimore. Chef Stu, give us a little background about yourself, please.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. Pleasure to meet you. And I always start by saying all good things come from God, but the helping hand certainly belong to you for this opportunity to share my story with you and the listeners. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Baltimore, as you pointed out, born and raised. So shouts out to Charm City. Went to a culinary school in Baltimore. Kind of grew up cooking. Unfortunately, my mother used to work nights. Growing up in a single parent household, as many of us do in communities all across America, it kind of put me as the head of the household kind of early in the game. And by her working at night, you know what I'm saying, she would like have to leave about 2 o'clock and we'd be getting out of school at 2. And so like she would make stuff, but you know, coming home, your parents not home, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you ain't about to go and really eat dinner as soon as you get out of school. So by the time we go to eat, it's 7, 8 o'clock. It's like, damn, this food's been sitting over there for a minute. So I complained and she said, I got an answer for that. You cook. And from there, I just, you know what I'm saying? I was just growing, cooking as a kid, and I had my little brother. He was like Mikey from the Kicks commercial. Give it to him. You know what I mean? He was my crash test dummy. And I just basically from that, And so from a kid, man, 12 years old, that led me into culinary school. And then from there, I just kind of went on my own restaurant mission.
Man, what's shaking, man?
You know what it is? Get straight to my death day, man. Free all my crows, free all my dogs, man. Free all of my dogs.
Real talk. Now, Gutter, what's your current situation, bro? Talk to the people, bro.
And they got a classic railroad situation going on with me. But the thing is, most people can't identify when a railroad is being accused or being administered to them. You know what I mean? So with me is I got secretly indicted.
Right.
I got secretly indicted by the District Attorney Office of Queens.
Okay.
They gave me the first person to ever under the statute of the sex offenders charge in Queens. You know what I mean? I'm the first person under the statute. But here it is.
Right.
At the time of the crime, when they said I was committing this crime,
yes.
I was on a parole violation.
Wow.
When they said I met this victim, I was in a parole violation on Rikers Island. But they would have never knew that.
Right.
The only reason they know that is because I told them that. They didn't know that. The reason they didn't know that is because while I was on this violation, I got to revoke and restore. So
right.
It don't count as a violation on the computers in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on the street, it look like you back in the street like you never had a violation because I ain't go up top.
Correct.
So now when the police is looking for a time to set me up,
right.
they like, hold up. These times right here is clear. We got them. We can line them up. Because now the classic railroad is secret indictment or conspiracy case now. So
right.
They made up a secret indictment and indicted me before I got locked up. This is what they do with all the rappers. They lock all these guys up, and no matter how much money you got, you can't get away with it. Because now all they need is 2 people corroborating a story
against you.
Go to jail.
Correct.
2 people corroborating one story, and you go to jail. Now, this is what everybody get locked up for in secret indictment conspiracy cases.
Wow.
No physical evidence needed.
Yeah.
And this is all the way legal. It's not fair, but it's all the way legal. Nobody can prove that them 2 people was lying. So they could go now to any 2 rats in the street and go, you know what? Y'all 2 owe me a favor. Say, and they can secretly indict you before you get locked. The secret indictment skips your right to be present in front of a grand jury as the 5th Amendment requires.
Yeah, that's real.
The Amendment to be present in front of a grand jury based on knowledge that they have factual evidence.
Right.
You get locked up.
That's crazy.
Locked up just like that. And they skip my 5th Amendment rights to the grand jury and lock me up. And here it is, I was in jail. Had I had the opportunity to go to front of the grand jury and show them this piece of paper like, yo, I was in jail on a parole violation.
Right.
They would never indicted me.
Facts.
So you skipping my grand jury rights and you just holding me in jail on remand, or 8th Amendment violation. Because the 8th Amendment is cruel and unusual punishment and fair bail.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's crazy, bro.
For 2 years now, almost.
Now, mind you, you've been locked up 2 years, and they supposed to let you go after a certain time, and that's crazy.
What they're using is COVID-19. COVID-19, they got everybody on remand just going back to court, adjournment. So they can hold you as long as they want.
Yeah.
Plus the secret indictment and conspiracy case.
Shut them down radio. What is looking like?
I'm chilling, my G. What's up, Cass? How you doing, family?
Man, I'm straight like 6 o'clock. I can't complain. Anything.
That's what I'm talking about, my G. Now, yo, Cass, man. You got a real extensive history with rap music. You know what I mean? Definitely, you got the bars, you got the songs, you got the history. Now, what are you presently working on right now?
Working on a project called Bars and Beats.
Okay. And what producers do you have on it?
Nah, I call it Bars and Beats because I'm doing 100% of the writing and 100% of the production. So it's just all me.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about, my G. Now, with the bars, you always stay with the bars. How you feel about the game now? You know what I'm saying? Like, people watering down their bars, or is it getting better in your opinion?
It depends on who you're talking about. I mean, some of the dudes that started hip hop when they put the first record out is still alive. So, those dudes still doing it. And from the time periods like, you know what I mean, the 90s, early 2000s, them dudes that was doing it back then is still alive. They still creating and still got potential to do the same type of music. It's all about what the machine is pushing at the time. This is a business. So people got to understand that the people that they hear is not the best people in the world at the time. It's just whoever the company that's working at the time decide to promote, decide to deal with. You know what I mean? So,
right.
It's like, that's pretty much what it is, man. I can't say. It just depends on who you're talking about, whether it's getting better or worse. But I feel like hip hop is growing. More people is interested in hip hop than ever before. It's like one time we thought it was going to be a fad. Now it's the biggest music period. So it's definitely in a different place. It's growing. It's evolving. It's changing. So I definitely think it's in a better place. You know what I mean? And the game's constantly 360.
Shut them down radio. We got an interview. We got a caller right now. This the real Zimba. We're on live. Shut them down radio. What's good?
Hey, what's good, family? How y'all feeling, man?
Man, I'm good in yourself, bro. What's going on?
Great, man. I can't complain. I'm healthy. I'm out here living good.
That's what I'm talking about, my G. So how did you first get into music? And what are you working on currently?
I mean, I've been doing music since I can remember, since a kid. You know, like since like 5, 6 years old, I was writing music, always vibing. I first got into it actually trying to do beats, but then you know what I mean. Like with the music, I just felt more in tune with like the writing part of it, because like it's so big for me to be able to get my thoughts, my words, my point of views out there that I just saw like, all right, this is gonna be me, you know. So I actually felt like, not actually, I kind of know that this is what I'm here for, you know. So it kind of elevated it. As you grow older, I started taking it a lot more serious, because I was like, yo, this got to be it, you know what I mean? This my dream, these my goals, these my aspirations. I gotta take it serious. So I started taking it serious probably like 3-4 years back now, you know, and then I got to the business side of it maybe like 2 years ago, and then it's been pushing ever since.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, it's crazy that you was talking about making beats. So what have you ever used? Did you use like Reason? You know what I mean?
I didn't even think it was that. Man, I was younger, so I think I was just trying to find anything that could make beats. I can't remember the name. It was that far back.
Oh, that's what's up. Now, being a younger artist, right? How do you feel about the game right now? You know what I mean? As far as, you know, where is that? You know, the notoriety from Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. How do you feel about the game, and where do you put yourself at?
Turn around, they didn't like it, they love it now. Cause I can go, and shut it down. You know it's lit, when I'm in town. So for the pic, turn around, they didn't like it, they love it now. Cause I can go, and shut it down.
Dirty Shallow. We got an ill interview tonight with She Is Hip Hop, Candace. We going in. Let's get it. Candace, you on the line. It's good.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
You already know. Now, Candace got a lot going on. Now, She Is Hip Hop. I know what it means, but what does it mean to you?
Well, She Is Hip Hop is the name that was given to me, that I embraced. Because I feel like I grew up and I came up in the era of hip hop that there was like it was a peak time, for hip hop, especially New York hip hop growing up in New York. So I embraced that name and rest in peace, DMX. He was one of my top five. Definitely
me too.
One of my top five MCs. And he gave a lot to hip hop. He gave a lot to the culture. So I just want to say, rest in peace to him. And at the same time, it's a celebration of the life of someone great. And a lot of people look at death in a way. A lot of people look at death in a way that's it's I feel like we're exactly. That's the word I was just gonna say. We are very selfish when it comes to death. People,
I agree.
And some people go through a lot here on earth, and it's all I can say is he's at peace now. He's in good hands.
Exactly. And what's crazy about that is we live. Haitian Fresh in the building. What's good, man?
What's good, fam? So I say, Zoe, what's up?
My boy, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, Fresh? How you been?
I'm blessed, bro. Can't ask for anything better than that, bro. We blessed like a motherfucker.
Talk to the people, man.
Yeah, we good. We out here, man. We just working hard, staying away from the doubters and just haters, and just keep making money, dog. Growing every day. That's it. They already know what it is. They follow me on Instagram. They know what it is, dog. So it's real life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Now, how can another man hate on another man and count another man's pockets when you could attain that yourself? You talk to the people.
People that's doing good don't hate on other people. People that's mad how they end up. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm blessed. So when I see Mayweather, like with a count $100 million, I get excited. I wanna make that too. I want to make that too, but it's in a positive way. I don't hate on Mayweather. I want to know what he's doing so I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? If I could talk to him, I would sit down and learn. But these people, bro, they just, but that's how it is, bro. I mean, people hate Jesus, so you got to think that's that way. Not everybody. Your enemies is not people who look mad, bro. It's the people that surround you every day.
That's real talk. And what's crazy is I always commend you. This is our third interview. Hey, Haitian Fresh is one of the most honorable people that ever touched this platform right here. Man, his word, call on time. I respect that, man. So I had to tell you that from me to you. You know what I mean? I respect you. You're always on live giving jewels for free. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people is receptive of it. You know what I'm saying? I always see you giving sneakers or you doing this. Like, you know what I mean? And you got integrity. Yeah. Nowadays, it feel like nobody got integrity no more. There's no respect. There's no nothing. And, like, men don't deal with emotions. How do you deal with, like, especially men with emotions? You know what I mean? What's up with that, man?
Men with emotion?
Yeah, I can't, man.
I mean, I don't deal with them. Niggas can't talk to me. Like, people that don't like me don't know how I live. They don't have no control of me, bro. So
you online, Sapphire?
I'm here. Good day, Dirty Shallow. How you doing, King?
I'm fine, and yourself? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy Friday, and happy Friday to everybody listening.
Definitely. Now, Sapphire, you hailing from Canada. So where did you get your start in hip-hop?
Basically, I started working out here in Toronto. I was actually in a totally different, I was a social worker. I was a welfare worker with the city. And really? I got in a car accident, and I wasn't able to sit all day at work. So I had some time off, and I just started listening to music, and just the first time I wrote 3 songs in one night after listening to, I listened to Young Money, I was listening to Drake, Lil Wayne, and Vybz Kartel for like 2 days, and then I wrote my first 3 songs.
Oh, that's what's up. Definitely.
Yep.
So that's how you got introduced to the music?
Yeah, well, before that, I was doing a little bit of, like, promo. I would go to Jamaica, mess around with the reggae scene, host little shows down there, do parties. I did some stuff in Connecticut, in New York, just in the dance hall scene. But once I started to do music, I found hip-hop was in me more than dance hall, but I do dance hall also, so I'm very diverse in that area, so to speak.
Now, I see you did a lot of projects, you know what I'm saying? So you got a little, got a sense of history when it comes to hip-hop. So currently, I know you write, you're independent. Who have you worked with as far as, collabos and artists?
To be honest, I have not worked.
Yo, that was he right there. Yeah. Shut Him Down Radio. And we doing an L interview with Hodge G, a.k.a. Phantom of the Beats. Yo, you on, family?
Let's shut them down. Let's shut them down. Let's shut them down.
Yes, sir. What's going on, family?
What's good? I'm chilling. I'm out here in New York. I'm in BK. You know what I mean? Get ready to rock out with y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to just all day. You know, Queens and BK got that connect. They got that connect.
You already know, fam.
What's good, fam?
Now, I'm chilling. Now, Phantom, man, yo, you got an ill history, man, with the music, beat producing from the legendary group UMC. Talk to the people, bro.
Oh, man, yo, there's a lot of people out there who they couldn't put one plus one together to make 2 and understand that, Hodge G just transitioned into Phantom of the Beat. Every so often you gotta reinvent yourself. So, coming from the group UMCs back in the days and dealing with Wild Pitch and dealing with the politics of the label workings and all of that, you know what I mean? I got a little dissatisfied and, I just figured out, wait a minute, I'm great at making these beats. I know how to make records. So, let me just go into that. You know what I mean? Let me go into that real quick. And it started actually, it started showing itself. It started making sense. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people don't know I'm the one who I was on the Extension Level Event album with Busta Rhymes. I did the record Take It Off. That was like one of my first big records. And, when you got Janet Jackson on the album with you, what I'm saying? You're doing good things.
Real talk.
How are you?
Finding yourself.
Pretty good. Feeling good?
That's good to hear. Now, you hailing from Atlanta, but you originally came from Youngstown, Ohio. So how was that transition?
Oh man, it was actually pretty cool, pretty smooth, because going from a smaller town to a bigger city, it's kind of like you either dive all in or you hide. And I was like, I'm a dive all in type of person, so it made it smooth.
That's what's up. Now I see you got a lot of songs, you do a lot of performances. So how did you get your start in R&B and modeling? For the people that don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, R&B music runs in my blood. I actually grew up in a family full of musicians. I would have to say, I guess, musicians and singers. And as far as the modeling, it kind of goes hand with the music.
Right. Yeah, that's the truth. Now, who did you grow up on? Like, who inspired you?
I actually grew up on my parents' music, so I would have to say, like, Cat Band, Whisper, Tina Marie.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You call it some names. Now, what's funny about that is that I could tell that you're younger, but I mean, you really studied the game, and like, the people that, came before you. So I respect that, because a lot of people, they get into the game and then, they never give credit where credit is due. You know, so I really respect that.
Thank you.
Now, you're welcome. Now, with your music, this song right here, this acronym, WTFYM. Tell the people what's that about.
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you could curse. Let's shut them down right here. It was real. Let's go.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because, you know, you gotta be careful. You gotta act first. It's a respect thing.
Nah, I respect it, but it's all good. Let's get it.
Okay. So WTFYM actually stands for what the fuck you mean. So it's kind of like, you ever been in a situation where someone is doing and living their best life, doing whatever they want to do, and then all of a sudden, when you realize what they're doing, you're like, okay, I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm gonna go out and start having fun myself, and they start questioning you. That's where this song came from.
Oh, that's real. Now, what's crazy is, you know, a lot of times artists, you know, that I heard, you know, they always come with somebody's story, but you're being real transparent. Now, did you get any flack or feedback for doing that?
No, actually, I haven't received any. I guess if there was any, I haven't seen it yet. So.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, you can't, as far as it goes, like the person that I was dealing with at the time that actually brought this story along, he can't even really say anything because technically you did it. So it's kind of like, if I don't speak, you know the term.
It's very easy to feel like you're kind of just going in circles with music.
Correct.
So those were moments where I was like, all right, we're on the right path, we're on the right track. Let's see what we could do with that. So the Childish Gambino thing was way back in college, and the Lupe Fiasco thing I think was like a year or two ago at Manhattanville College. So yeah, those are great experiences.
Definitely. Now I see that you went to the Apollo. How was that experience? Because you know it's a hard crowd.
Oh my gosh, Apollo was crazy. It was crazy. Just knowing that they could boo you is so nerve wracking, and then I think it's like 1,200 people in that theater.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, but I wasn't as afraid of the amount of people as I was that they could boo you at any minute. And then the first like 4 people before me got booed off stage. So you can imagine me backstage like, yo, this is wild. Like,
yeah, it's
I don't
really
know what's
real.
about to happen.
People perceive it on TV. Yeah, people look on TV like, yeah, it ain't that real. You know, it's probably staged, and then until you get in the mix of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
so how did you do?
I did good. I passed the first round. And then the second round, I came in fourth. I lost to a dance group. Because, you know, they get tired of singers because I was singing there. So it was like singer, dancer, poet, singer. So I'm just like, damn, like just the break of having a dance group is going to put them on their toes again.
You online. Shut them down radio.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Now, Autumn D, you got a nice history with music. So let's get into this interview.
Okay.
So when did you start your music career?
Oh my goodness. I would say really taking it seriously and professionally, it was during 2020 COVID. I have been able to work with people like Shakespeare in Atlanta, and that was while I was in college, so that was some years ago. But I would say in terms of it being where it's really been something where I have taken all the time and effort and energy into music, and that being it would be the 2020 pandemic, you know, that's starting, and and releasing my EP in 2021, which is my first EP. So
It's nice. Now,
thank you.
You're welcome. Who did you grow up listening to, and why?
Okay, so Whitney Houston, who is by far my favorite vocalist, and Mariah Carey, and then Lauryn Hill.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are my favorites too.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, in terms of vocalists, I just feel like you can't get any better than Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and then Lauryn Hill. I just love Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and just how she was able to blend hip hop, R&B, but then also have gospel elements in there as well. So it was like all her songs had a message and was just very.
Whatever you do, no banjo music though, my chick. We don't do that over here. You know? Definitely could get on the show. We got slots on the show. Definitely hit us up. All business. You know? So yeah, we going in tonight with Mo Manson. We going in. It's gonna be crazy. You know? Let's get into another track. Been in the game for years, Mo Manson. Yeah. Speaking of that, we got on the line 201-989. You on the line with Shut 'Em Down Radio. What's good?
Yeah, it's Mo Manson.
Yo, Mo Manson, what's shaking, family?
What's good with you, family?
Man, I'm chilling, my chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I told you I was gonna call in when it's necessary, man. Talk about this GMO epidemic that's going on around the world.
Real talk, man. That GMO epidemic is crazy right now. It's plaguing the earth.
Yeah, you know, we can't even rats got a purpose of existence. Them niggas can't even be rats no more. These niggas genetically modified.
That's right, in the laboratory. You know what I mean? But they ain't cooking up in the laboratory. You know, they just being made in the laboratory.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Real
what's going on with you though, King?
Nah, I'm good, King, man. Same old, you know, just grinding. You know, that's pretty much it. But Mo, let's get into it, man. Give them your history, lineage. You know, I'm going to Harlem tonight.
Yeah, basically, you know, I'm from 40th, from Lenox to 8th Avenue. You know, my name Mo Manson. I've been around, you know, a lot of individuals. I grew up with L and Cam and Mason, Loon, and everybody that you love from Harlem. You know, I just was one that stood on the concrete longer than I should have. You dig me?
Facts. Real talk. Now, Mo, seeing it from a bird's eye view out there in Harlem, you know, like the diversity, the fashion, the food, you know, how was it for you? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm from an old cloth in Harlem where we follow trends. You feel what I'm saying? We create them. So you feel what I'm saying? That's how you got your. That's what Harlem really known for. All types of different characters with their own individuality. Nowadays, it ain't no individuality. It's a lot of genetically modified organisms walking around. Dudes looking the same, dressing the same, sounding the same. Everybody want to do the same thing. Even different is not different no more. That shit the same because everybody's trying to be different.
We got a caller. Is Richie Rich in the building? Richie Evans?
What's going on, Killer?
Man, I'm chilling. Killer, what's going on, man?
Man, we working, man. We trying to get it right. Man. That's all we doing, you know?
Facts. Now, I like the music. Now, you work with Nano. How did that come about?
Yeah. You know, I dropped a record 2 months ago called Overdose on Arrogance. Was kind of, you know, lifted off my campaign. You know, was pushing heavy, did the World Star shit, you know what I'm saying? Double XL did a little article as well, and people really kind of just started taking notice. You know, homie reached out on the gram and was like, yo, like, I hear you, youngin', like I see you doing what you do. Like, I don't really rock with too many niggas, but I see you really, really pushing, you know? He was like,
yeah, definitely.
Anything you need from me, you know, holler at me, I got you. So as time went by, you know, I was really trying to figure out, like, you know, to me, Mano's music is always personified, like coming from nothing to something, and really like standing on a wall. You know what I'm saying? Like really on that, you know, grown man. You know, I live and die by it type shit. So I had to really make sure I found principles. Right, laws and principles, right. So I had to really make sure I found something that really embodied his character just as a man. So, you know, this whole COVID shit hit. You know what I mean? And I was just, looking at the world, and niggas wasn't getting no money. I'm talking about as far as people out here in these streets, they were stressing where they was gonna get their next check. Niggas was losing their jobs, so shit was on some, so shit was on some real life time. So I cut this record called The Purge. Instantly knew, I was like, man, I gotta send this to the homie Mano. I sent it to him. He heard it. 24 hours later, he sent it back, and we end up, coming up with a solid record called the Purge, which is really, building right now.
Right. Who produced it?
Actually, shout out to the boys, the Olympics. They based out of Detroit. They produced Rick Ross's album, Jeezy, 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas is.
You got to call it 347. You on the line? Jacob.
Yep. Yo, it's Will Sully. Shut 'em down radio.
What's up,
good?
Baby? How you doing? Yeah, I'm chilling, my G.
All good, man. How you?
Yo, I'm good, bro. Now, Will, how long you been in the rap industry?
Couple years. I got you could say my first initial start is I worked on the Shine second album.
That's what's up.
Godfather Buried Alive, and that's like I guess that's my introduction into the industry.
Right. So when did you start producing?
Probably like in high school, maybe like around in the end of the 90s, like 98, around that time.
Okay, so that's considered really the golden era. Now, coming through the ranks, you can talk, man.
No. I'm just listening.
Right. Now, that was the golden era, you know what I mean? Shout out to Shine. Now, what's your weapon of destruction, you know what I mean, for using beat machines?
Believe it or well, the crazy thing about that is back then,
right,
I started on the ASR 10, and then I got into the MPC. So now, since the ASR 10 kind of they never kept up with time, like they went out of business. So now it's like I'm more of an MP and a keyboard dude. Now now it's VST, so I'm still with the MP. Still.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, which one you like better? You like beat machines or you like computers? Because there's a lot of computer programs.
Well, I mean, that's the good thing about like the MPC, because MPC was able to integrate, the beat machine with the computer, the application. So, really, right now, I think you can't get around a computer now because it's it's cleaner. Like you make the beat, you go right out of the application. There's no feedback.
Yeah, we here. Shut 'em down. Shut 'em down radio. Got Brittany B in the building. What's going on?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. What's up, Brittany? How are you?
I'm good. I'm awesome. Blessed. Can't complain. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right, let's get this. So, everybody that's listening out there, this is Shut 'em Down Radio. This is 6. We on the line with Charlotte, and we on the line with Brittany B. Brittany B was born in Racine, Wisconsin, which is actually not too far from me. And she was raised in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where she found her passion for dance. So let's get into this. Give us a little background about you and your journey to where you are now.
Oklahoma City is pretty well back then when I was growing up and I was a teenager, way before a teenager. Might be like 10, 11, 12 years old. Oklahoma City was real big for dancing. We had our own dance group. Everybody had their own dance group. I would say street dance. Everybody had their own dance group, and we was like meeting up. We didn't use the word competition. We didn't use the word battle. We used the word face-off. So we used to have all these groups, and we would meet up, and we would have face-offs, as in going head to head. And that was going on for like a long time. I opened up for different concerts, local concerts that's there. We didn't have social media there, so the way that we promoted was through commercials that aired on BET or on 1140 Power Gemini radio station there.
Still there? Shut 'em down radio. Go ahead and continue, please.
Yeah, no problem. So after I graduated from high school and moved to Los Angeles, California, I did, numerous things here as far as going to go.
Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Salo. Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down radio.
Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down radio. Who's on the line?
Papa Joe.
Papa Joe, how you doing, Papa Joe?
Good. How are you?
We're good. So let me give a proper introduction to people that are listening right now. So we have on the line Papa Joe Aviance, who is known as an author, entrepreneur, entertainer, life coach, and also recently a TV producer for a show called Electric Negro. So Papa Joe, give us a little bit more about your background. I know that your story started way back. You were at a point where you were about 450 pounds. 18 months later, life kind of re-begun for you. So can you just capture that moment for us? Thank you.
Sure thing, real quick. Well, it all started, basically everything I've done has been a ripple effect as far as everything that you've listed that I've done. Started off in New York, 2 suitcases and a dream, moved out to LA. Was working on Wall Street in New York, but left New York after 9/11 and was working in a video store. A DJ producer walked in, said he liked my voice, and basically said he wanted me to record a track. I recorded my first track, and it became a top 10 Billboard dance hit called Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. When the song came out, when the song came out on Billboard, I didn't like the way that I looked in the video. I've been heavy all my life. And so I just said, you know what, enough's enough. And I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I asked myself what was the easiest exercise that I could do, and it was dancing.
Shut Them Down Radio this Saturday at 6 p.m., where I'll be performing some new poetry and talking about what poetry means to me. And you can ask some questions too. So I hope to see you there.
Great.
Good. So in case people don't know who just called in, this is Vickiana Poem Immaculate. She is a spoken word poet, playwright, storyteller, a lot of things under the sun that involve the creative arts. You want to give us a little bit more about your background and everything and how you got started in poetry?
Yes. Well, I originally started writing because I didn't feel like I had a voice, and poetry really helped for me to find my voice and for me to make a statement to the world that I exist. And a lot of my poetry talks about Black women and how the world doesn't necessarily see them as full, and they see them more as like invincible or the woman who upholds the Black race. So there's a lot of responsibility that's placed on the Black woman, and I am a Black woman, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that by looking at me. So in my poems, I'm able to be vulnerable and show the side that I usually hide from the world. I'm able to be myself authentically.
Yeah, so that's your voice. I get that. So you mentioned that your background is super diverse. So I know, someone might say she's Black, she's Latina. Give us what that mixture of nationalities are, and then, how has that influenced your writing?
Well, I am Dominican, Puerto Rican, and Dutch, and growing up in a Dominican American household, hablo también, it's like I am mixed in with
radio. We got an L interview tonight with Cosmo Hiller out of Queens. You know what it is. Shut 'em down radio. Call 515-605-9845. Press 1 to talk. Got a lot of big things dropping. We got Shut 'em down radio. Volume. Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Salo. Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down radio.
Shut 'em down. Good. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear now. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's let everybody know we here. Shut 'em down radio live. We got Baby Byron on the line right now. And if you guys don't know a bit about him, some of you do. For the ones that don't, I'm going to give you some time right now. Just let people know who you are, your backstory, and then we'll take it from there.
No, yeah, no, much appreciated. Before I even go anywhere, I just want to say, thank you for having me on your platform. But yeah, to everybody, yes, my name is Xavier Byron. For anybody that knows me up to date, I'm probably known as one half of A Kid Called God, which is a rap group based out of Pittsburgh. But if anybody that is unfamiliar with my origin story, I guess, or my childhood story, which is the significance of the name Baby Byron, but also the significance of a lot of things that took place in the early '90s that was considerably a big deal at the time.
Yeah, so you want to cover a little bit about that? Because I have the backstory
Any particular
on it.
Questions you have on it, or you just want the whole general?
No, man. Well, I'll tell you what.
You want the whole general? Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
No,
So
I'll get specific.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because I didn't know if I was okay. Cool. I didn't know if I was you do like the general, from start to finish, or just
no, man. People want to know who you are and all that, but we don't have to get all the jewels. So really, my question right now would be, how does that change your life? That experience, like, how did that change you afterwards? And that's the part we can't.
Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Salo. Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down radio.
Double K to the O. This is Daco. He is a music producer, self-taught musician, an MC, and also an entrepreneur. Yes, sir. So what's good, man? Let's get into a little bit about your background and why you transitioned into music, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. So I grew up in the DMV, out in Maryland. DMV stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And I currently reside in PG County inside Fairmont Heights, Maryland. And started me making music. I can give you like a short little story, whatever, like my history. I had a elementary school teacher, and at the end of the year, she asked us we got to do a project in order to graduate, to the next level. So what she did was she gave us an option to either write in the paper or recording, and that was started me on my whole venture of music, man. So I ended up recording the song. We had an RCA radio, right? And at that time, that radio had came with a mic. So I used my grandmother's mic and her radio, and I recorded the beat offline, right? I recorded it offline until the cassette tape. And then I had a whole nother tape on a whole nother radio, right? And I played the beat from the RCA radio. I had the other mic, and I recorded it. That was my first vocal recording session, I can say.
So, yeah,
you know what? I got a whole chain of events, my brother.
Dope. I got a similar story to that. Cause when I first started trying to make music and all that, what ended up happening is similar story, man. We had to use tape deck to tape that. So what I did is I didn't have drums. I didn't have real drums. So I got the a garbage.
Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Salo. Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down.
Yeah. Know that time, man. Shut 'em down radio. We got an ill interview tonight with Aesthetics Boutique, and also we got an ill interview with multiple products. Let's get it, man. Shut 'em down radio. We got a caller. Let's get it. Caller, you online? What's going on?
Hey.
Hey. What's up? We finally here.
Doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Doing awesome. Thank
That's
you.
good to hear. Now, let's get into this interview. Let's get it. Let's go. Also, we got our co-host, Six Trumpet, in the building. Six Trumpet, you here? Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm here. What's good with you?
I'm chilling, bro. We got 2 good interviews. We gonna get it. So now,
nice.
Let's go. So, how did you start your business?
Okay, well, I started my business. First of all, I have been in management in retail for like the last 5-7 years. So that inspired me to go ahead and, invest into myself. About almost a year, it hasn't even been a quite year yet. A year ago, I went on ahead and opened my online boutique. And I pretty much just, took what I learned and, invested it into my business. I've been pretty successful.
Yes, sir. Shut them down radio. You got a caller? Call Bristol. You on the line with Shut 'em Down Radio. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, guys, thanks for having me.
No problem, bro. Now, how did you get into music?
So my dad was a musician. He always had music playing. He's my first recording session was watching him and his band. He had like this funk soul band, and then he started DJing. And he was the first rapper I ever met. So it's just always been around me. It was sort of a natural progression.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm hearing the music, you know what I mean? I checked you out on YouTube. Definitely feeling the music. So your genre of music, no problem, bro. Your genre of music is R&B, neo soul. Where do you fall in the category?
It's sort of hard to pin me down like that. I just love music. I just create music. Sometimes it falls in the R&B category. Sometimes it can be more pop. It's just good music. It's just good music.
Right. Now, I want to ask you this question about your love single. Now, I see it's an acronym. Sorry for that. And it was inspired by Marvin Gaye. What's going on? So could you elaborate on that?
Oh, yeah, man. So the acronym part of it is just artistic license. I just, wanted to be dramatic with each letter and spell it out LOVE. So
let's get it, man. This is Dirty Salo. Shut 'em down radio. Shut 'em down radio.
Decided to write books after that. I put out 2 books actually, 2 motivational books. Took a little break and came back and decided to start doing the podcast. And this has been very interesting this last year. It's been working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, indeed, man. What kind of obstacles are you facing right now? Because, every industry has their own, but what kind of obstacles are you facing? I would think that it might even be a plus. Well, you got a negative, you got a plus. You got a negative because people ain't spending money as what they used to be, but the plus is most people are at home. So now you have an audience that you can actually reach more out to. So tell me what obstacles you facing.
Some of the obstacles I've been facing is, at the beginning, it was kind of hard because you're dealing with getting a lot of no's. You're reaching out to interview these bigger celebrities on bigger totem poles and you're getting a lot of no's. But the positive, like you said, we're all at home, so a lot of these celebrities are bored. And when they're bored, they're not able to go on tour. They're not able to go on, these little promo runs. So their promo runs is the smaller scale platforms like us. So now we're all on the same playing field. So, I used the example the other day doing an interview. You have Fat Joe. He does a show on Instagram Live. It's this Joper show.
Yeah, I've seen
That's literally the same thing we're doing.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, I've actually watched that a few times, and you're exactly right, man. So what's going to be interesting is that after the COVID kind of settles down and starts to pan out, how people react to that. Will they still be doing these shows? Like for you, you're rooted. You're going to be doing this for a long time. But some of the people that have transitioned to do the shows may not actually continue doing them. Who knows? But man, so give us some of the people that you've actually interviewed.
Shut 'em down radio.
What's good, bro?
It's good, bro. Feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love the energy, man.
Yeah, man, we got to keep that energy. You know, it's hip hop in its purest form. So, Young True, man, talk to the people. You got a big release today. Got the floor.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Name is Young True. I hope everybody is getting an abundance of everything their heart desire right now. I know I am. Got the album release. You Are God. It's available everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, and anywhere you love music. Just definitely tune into that. It's like streets meet gospel or streets meet knowledge. It's kind of take a little bit of the chapter of, the golden era where, knowledge was actually dropped. And I'm trying to do it in a way to where, the youth can understand it and it's not like, overbearing. Because I know sometimes information could be overbearing. So I wanted to find a silver lining, and I really feel that I really strike gold. I really felt like I found the silver lining with this project here, man.
Definitely. Now, the cuts I heard is definitely hard. I like the bars, I like the cadence. And what producers you work with on your project?
Oh yeah, this is the amazing thing, man. That's why you gotta invest in friends. Invest in friends.
Yes, sir.
It's the gym here. So all these producers on here is it's like my brothers and sisters. I got a female producer on there. So I have Unleash the Beast, or Beast on Unleash on the Beat. She produced a song called Manifestation. I just wanted to shout out, the female producers because there's not a lot of female producers out there. Yeah, and then I got my ace, Jay White Beats. He did 2 joints on there. He did Almighty and he did Conscious. Conscious got my boy Draco Fuego on there, and he's no longer with us. He fell victim of gun violence. He's my best friend.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Yeah, rest in peace
to him. But
I immortalized him on his album. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I immortalized him on his album just to give it that feel, just that whole "You Are God" feel. Because one of my philosophies is that once you leave the physical shell, that you eternal after that. You live forever.
I agree.
So I wanted to just give a ideal personification of that, like a true feel of that. Like you
can Shut Him Down Radio, man. You know what time it is, man. Dirty Shallow. We got Benny Slums on the line. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Yo,
what up, family?
Yo, what's up, fam? How you, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? Everything good.
Talk to me, man.
Let's get it, man. You know what I mean? Now, I've been listening to the music. I'm definitely feeling it. Shout out to General. Shout out to Big Twin. You know what I mean? You got the floor. So, currently, the songs you put out, singles, projects, I've been looking at your discography. You put in some work. So, talk to the people, man. Let's get it.
You know what I mean? Benny Slums, man. Upstate New York, man. You know what I mean? Coming at you. Yeah, man. We've been working, man. Shout out to Big Twin, man. First and foremost, man. King Benny General. They made all this happen, man. So we've been putting in work for a while, man. And Grimy Records came and snatched us up. That's Big Twin. So
real talk, facts.
Here we are, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I seen you at the photo from the old album.
Definitely.
Man.
Bro, go in the archives.
Word.
Real talk. Now, you from upstate. So, tell the people your experience as far as, your career and your journey and what inspired you to start rapping.
Oh, man, it's hard up here, man, with the hip-hop, man. Before Griselda and all that, the only person who really made it was, designers. I think Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger, one of them come from Elmira, and Rick James. Okay. So, there wasn't really nobody from upstate who really did anything like that. Right. New York, she from my town and all that, but that's about it. So, as far as everything for upstate New York, it's we the crust of the pie, you heard?
Right.
So now that Griselda.
Right.
So now that Griselda
Wonder, which is spelled WONDR. He's a songwriter. He's a producer. He's a singer. And he's online now, and we're going to talk about some of these latest releases that he has pushed out and find out a little bit more about him. So, Wonder, what's going on? Give us a little background on your history and what you're doing with music.
Yeah, I go by Wonder, like you just said. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. Currently hanging in Charleston, South Carolina right now during this whole pandemic. I grew up doing music, doing it through middle school, high school, got into hip hop, later high school. And, the past 2 years I've been taking it pretty seriously as a career and just been putting out a bunch of music. And yeah, I'm here to talk about a couple new records I got out.
So before we get into the actual new releases, which genre are you most closely aligned with? Would you say R&B, hip hop, pop, rock? Give me that.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I'm trying to.
Down radio was good.
Pirelli 6 Borough, what's the word, my guy?
Man, I'm chilling. How you, fam?
I'm alright. Can't complain, man. Can't complain. I appreciate the interview and all that. I just came from doing a little venue right now. They had a little pop-up shop, so they asked us for guest perform and shit. So I just on my way back right now, though. But how your weekend doing?
Yeah, my weekend is straight. How's yours?
It's a little hectic, but this is what we in it for. Feel me?
Yeah, that's right. Real talk. Now let's get straight into it. So, you hailing from Queens?
Yeah, I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens. That's why Pirelli 6 Borough. Because growing up, we always knew the 6 Borough. As a kid, I always knew the 6 Borough to be Far Rockaway because they look at it like we on our own island. So right there, I just embrace that and put that as my name right now. Pirelli 6, Far Rockaway, Queens.
Queens, stand up, man. I'm right next door, man. Roseville. You know what I'm saying?
You already here. You feel me? Queens get the money.
No. Yes, sir. Now, look, Queens got a rich history. You know what I'm saying? So, the people that, the predecessors, you know what I mean, from, worldwide to Far Rockaway, where do you fit in? As far as, rap and your career?
I think basically, it was crazy because the way I look at my career is like I mix everything in it, and I basically make my own style, my own brand, and my own vibe. So I incorporate, let's say, Nas.
I don't know what's going on with somebody's phone, but yeah, we gotta do this shit officially, man. You know what I mean? We do.
Yeah,
all right, so Rel, how did you get your start? You know what I mean? As far as the music, and you hailing from Philly, you know what I mean? The city of brotherly love. What's going on?
Oh man, listen, it's the city of brotherly love ain't always love. You know what I mean? So it's hard out here for a player to get noticed out here. But you got with Harden, I started off. I was singing at this. Wow, I'm on an interview.
Yo, it's really real in here, man. Well, hold on, man. What's going on in the background, man? Shut up down.
I'm sorry. Hold on, my brother. Sorry, my mother's trying to interrupt me in my interview. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't even see it.
Man, yo, this is real, man. I'm loving this right now. It's a hood interview for real.
Mom, I already paid already, Mom.
Yo, Six Trumpet, you in the building, man. What's shaking, man?
I'm in here.
Let's get through this.
Y'all, listen. Listen, Terrell is listen, y'all. The life, being in my shoes in Philly is I'm telling y'all, I'm stressful. I can't get rest. And